time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Welcome everyone to Earth Changers News for Saturday, October 14th, 2011. The first story I have for you guys is a storm right now that is hitting Central America. It seems to have left 36 people dead so far. It says heavy rains generated by a low-pressure system hammered Central America for a third day on Friday, putting officials on alert in countries where mudslides and swollen rivers have already killed 36 people. At least 21 people have been killed in Guatemala, and thousands of others were evacuated or saw their homes destroyed by incessant downpours. In El Salvador, rivers have overflowed their banks, destroying villages and prompting an evacuation of about 4,000 people from their homes, the country's disaster management office said in a statement on Friday. And then it says the system is expected to hover over the region for the next couple of days, generating more rainfall, said the U.S. National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida. It says Irwin's maximum sustained winds as of Friday afternoon were near 45 miles per hour or 75 kilometers an hour, and the storm could begin weakening on Saturday, the Hurricane Center said. Irwin was centered about 165 miles west of Manzanilla, Mexico, and moving south-southeast at about 2 miles per hour. So it's a pretty slow-moving storm. And the next story I have for you guys is a very interesting story. This is the story that a lot of people have been talking about, but I'm not really too worried about this, but we'll see tomorrow, I guess. It's a story about the debris field of Comet Elenin. Now, I changed my whole aspect about Comet Elenin. A lot of people have been talking about this comet, and they've been worried about this comet. But, you know, I don't think anything happened with the alignment, and I really don't think anything's going to happen tomorrow. But we'll see. It says the moment long feared by conspiracy theorists is nearly upon us. The doomsday comet Elenin will make its closest approach to Earth on Sunday. That's tomorrow, guys. So, or what's left of it will anyway. Comet Elenin started breaking up in August after being blasted by a huge solar storm, and a close pass by the sun on September 10th apparently finished it off, the astronomers say. So what will cruise within 22 million miles of our planet Sunday is likely to be a stream of debris rather than a completely intact comet. So I don't know if you guys still believe that it actually broke up, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. It says folks are having trouble finding it, so I think it's probably dead and gone. So that's the story about Comet Elenin. That's tomorrow, guys. We're supposed to be going through the comet's tail, or the debris field anyway. And so that's the story there. And the next story I want to talk about is a strong quake has rocked Papua New Guinea. This was yesterday. I didn't have a chance to report on it, but now that I'm here, it says a strong 6.7 magnitude earthquake has struck near a major town in Papua New Guinea, USGS said. A subsequent reading put the quake at 6.7 and said it occurred 103 kilometers east of Laos, the country's second largest town on the PNG east coast. The tremor was recorded at a depth of 45 kilometers. No tsunami warning has been issued, and a spokesman for the Marabi provincial government in the area said the quake caused no damage and was barely noticed. So that's the story with that one. Not too much to talk about there. Okay. This was another story coming out of Iceland that happened yesterday. It says Iceland's bracing for a even bigger volcanic eruption. It says experts are saying a volcano in Iceland is threatening to erupt, and it could send up an ash cloud that would make the last year's massive air traffic disruption seem minor. The much more powerful volcano, oh my god, is the Katla one. Oh my, I forgot about Katla, it's been so long. Is also a much more pronounceable compared to the nearby, yeah, that crazy one that I couldn't pronounce. Ayafajalakala. No one could pronounce that one. But Katla, I remember they were telling everyone to watch out for that one. That halted thousands of flights across Europe in April and May last year. That cost the airlines $2 billion. So if you guys remember that unpronounceable volcano that exploded, that cost $2 billion. Everyone was warning back then about Katla. Katla. Everyone watch out for Katla, because when that volcano blew, they said usually Katla is next. That was months ago. And now they're saying Katla is about to erupt, folks. So this is very serious. I remember everyone was worried about Katla. Now, I don't know too much about this volcano, but I do know it's a much bigger volcano than the other one. It says Katla's last major eruption was in 1918, and it was catastrophic. The ash blocked sunlight, resulting in dead crops and livestock. The eruption also caused the volcano's ice covering to melt, which led to devastating floods. Small earthquakes in the surrounding areas are making an eruption more likely, according to the seismologists. Icelandic officials have an evacuation plan and temporary housing in place. So that's a pretty big story. I didn't even know about that. See what happens if you don't keep up with the news every day. You miss an important story like that in 2 days. One day. I missed it. And then they're talking over here of Spanish Volcano Institute says situation on Hierro Island eased after an undersea eruption. It says volcano experts in Spain's Canary Islands say the threat of an eruption on Hierro Island has eased after pressure in the area was reduced following an undersea event this week. So everyone's watching this area around the Canary Islands, and people are worried about that area falling into the sea and stuff. So this bears watching also. And wow, so much stuff happening. I'll just read like 2 more stories, I guess. It seems like a magnitude 6.1 earthquake also hit Amurskaya Oblast in Russia. It says, let me just read a little bit of this. A magnitude 6.1 earthquake hit Russia on Friday, October 14th. It says its distance was 130 kilometers or 80 miles south-southwest of Tinda, Russia, and the let me see the depth. The depth was 4.4 kilometers or 2.7 miles deep. So that's the story over there in Russia. And I think the last story I'm going to talk about is this thing in Mexico. Is that the same one over here than over here? No, that was in Central America. I think this is a different flooding area. It says 6 dead as Mexico assesses storm damage. So they're having also a serious storm over there. It says the storm recently known as Jova has dissipated over western Mexico, but its rains and flooding were responsible for at least 6 deaths. In the Mexican state of Colima, 1 person was swept away in a car by rushing water on the highway. State Civil Protection Services spokesman said. It says the main problem for us is damage to roads, bridges, and streets. Infrastructure was severely affected by this hurricane, and it's going to take a while to get back to normal. We're trying to reopen roads as soon as possible. So that's the story over there. It says we were really afraid, especially for the children who still don't understand what a hurricane is. So, and then one guy is quoted as saying, only God knows why something like this happens. They had warned us, but we thought they were crying wolf. So, I guess everyone wakes up in due time. And I think that's the last thing I wanted to report on, guys. I don't want to go too far back. But those are the main stories I wanted to tell you guys about. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'm sorry I haven't been up on the Earth Changes news lately, but I've been busy with a lot of things. Like I told you before, transferring over some money transferring over some funds and getting some supplies ready. So I've been trying to get ready for that. And I'm also getting ready for that possible Middle East war we're going to be having very soon. From all the emails I've been getting, everybody is pretty much warning about an Iran war. The United States, Israel, or both are going to either attack Iran or make an excuse to attack Iran. So I'm taking preparations for that in the form of getting gasoline and figuring out ways how to store gasoline safely. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Stay safe. This has been Earth Changes News for Saturday, October 14th, 2011.
I'm not afraid to take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together through the storm, whatever.